So here's how you would buy QQQ if you want to invest in it. And actually, the cool thing is you can even sell in QQQ as well. And I'll show you that too, without having to actually do the complicated process of buying, selling, or borrowing shares and lending it to someone, and find some pants to fart in and all that kind of stuff, right? No one wants that. So we'll start with QQQ, and then I'll show you how it's done on VOOG, basically the same way. So with QQQ, if you're on eToro, you just simply go to eToro/markets/QQQ, or you can do a search for it. Search up QQQ. Has a little trade button there. So if you want to just go straight to the trade, opens up a little trade panel. You got to make sure that if you want to buy, that the slider is set to buy. You are buying it at the market. When the market opens, you can set it at a different rate. So say if you want to buy a certain amount at a set rate, you can change that by adjusting, clicking onto the button here, and then you just click on the rate that you want to sell to or buy it at. If you want to just get it at market, whatever the value is at the moment, then you can definitely do that. You can set your amount that you want to purchase, number of whatever you can. So the cool thing is you can set different amounts. So say if I don't want to buy like $300 of it, I want to just buy, let's say $100 worth of it. That should allow me to do that, and it shows me how much of that is bought, meaning that you can do fractional shares. You can buy fractional shares of any asset out there, which is pretty cool. And if you want to do it in units, if you want to purchase it in the amount of units, you can definitely do that by clicking on the units, and it shows you how much. And then let's say if you want to purchase, like, let's say half 0.5 amount, it shows you the dollar amount that you're putting in there, exposure, meaning the dollar amount that you have, and that's set there for you. So it's pretty cool. Now the other cool thing is if you want to leverage it. So if you want a little bit more buying power, of course it's a bit risky. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. So understand that that losses can be magnified as well as the gains. You can do so. You can leverage up to 5 times the amount. So notice here how the exposure has changed. You're increasing your profits, as you can see here. But if you set a stop loss, you can have a set amount of loss. So you're limiting your losses, your loss. So it's pretty good. It's a safe practice to have. If you set it to X2, you can see the potential profit there would be slightly less depending on the amount. So as long as you have to change the amount to get a little bit more, to adjust the profit a bit more. Now, if you want to do a sell, you can also do that. If you think the price of QQQ is going to go down, then you can definitely do that too, right? So that's pretty cool. You can also do it leverage as well. So the same thing applies. It works the same way as well. You do it at market, set the amount that you're willing to risk, and then you can also set the leverage. As a disclaimer here, higher leverage equals higher risk. And it also shows you the overnight fee, right? So understand that CFDs means that you're holding on, you're taking a contract. So there's going to be a fee that you have to pay for it overnight, which is around 3 cents per day. Whereas if you just buy it at the shares, notice that there's nothing there, commission free. But if you leverage it, notice that there is a fee for that, because you're not getting the asset anymore. You're kind of getting you're getting a contract. You're purchasing a contract, which is kind of like sort of like a deal, pretty much self-explanatory. And yeah, so that's how you do it for QQQ. For VOOG, exactly the same thing. you're just changing the symbol. So let's go to the symbol. Let's do it this different way. So let's say you're on here, and you want to trade set a certain amount. So you want to invest $100 in VOOG. Then you would click on enter or on trade. It'll open up the trade panel here, this little trade window. Same thing, you can set your amount, set your rate, set the amount of units, all that kind of fun stuff. If you want, you can also set a stop loss. So same thing will apply. You can set a trailing stop loss, or you can set a no stop loss, which I would not recommend, especially if you're starting out. You want to have a stop loss. You want to have a limit that you're saying, okay, well, that's enough. That's as much as I'm willing to lose, and I'm out of this position here. Right? So you can set the amount. So you can set in a dollar amount, which would be 100% of the amount. So let's say you're risking $100 and your max is, okay, I don't want to lose more than, let's say, $50, right? Let's do that. Then it's set to 50. No matter what leverage you set, right, the stop loss is going to be constant. It's going to stay the same there. So anyways, hope that helps. You can see here the overnight fee as well and all that kind of fun stuff. Hope that helps in letting you choose. It's pretty straightforward and simple, very easy to do. Anyone can do it as long as you have enough capital that you're willing to risk. And yeah, hopefully that helps. Cheers.